Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. I'm sorry, not the stream, the recording. Welcome to the recording. Today, I wanted to see, uh, well, not see. I just wanted to leave a message out here for the future. You know, this isn't for a message for me. This isn't a message for anybody in particular. This is a message about gaming, the freedom of expression, the freedom of choice, the freedom of speech that we are constantly losing out on in this current day and age. Uh, you know, it's just unfortunate that we live in the world that we live in today because so much that's come out right now is so good. There's a lot to love about being a gamer right now. There's a lot to love about being an artist right now. There's a lot to love about being just expression itself right now. We're allowed to do and say and fucking play just about anything we want, at least here in America, with a couple of exceptions for sure. Um, and like, I don't want any of that to go away. You know, I mean, who would want their right to who would want to be told what they can and can't draw, what they can and can't play on a stream, what they can and can't play in their own house, what they can and can't watch. That kind of future is just scary. The fact that so many of these companies, Sony in particular, is just taking everything away from the customers, and it's ridiculous that they're taking away the physical production of video games in 2028. They're taking away digital copies of movies currently and digital versions of games. Um, being and we're being told that we just have to sit back, shut up, accept it, and that's a shitty world to live in right now. There's so much there's so much to look forward to in this current day and age, and yet there's so much that I would give up just to go back to the way it was. Like, I don't know. It's just a terrible situation we find ourselves in because I don't know. Like, there are so many games that I've played that I've enjoyed that, you know, I will never get to feel the same way again by going back and play it. But I'm very glad for the experience I've had. One game I can think about is the wallpaper behind me. If you don't know what this wallpaper is, it's a little snippet from the game called One Shot. Uh, and what it does, I mean, while you're playing the game, once you get to a specific part in the story, it'll change the background of your desktop if you're playing it on PC. And it's one of the coolest fucking things to ever experience. The the game just talks to you, and it's so cool. It was such an experience. It was probably one of the best video games I've ever played, at least in story wise. It was so good, and I only get to experience that game once, and that's unfortunate. However, I would I'm I'm glad I got to experience this game. I'm glad I got to experience Knights of the Old Republic. Knights of the Old Republic is a game I can go back and play at any time. Oh, but I mean, with the way things are going, eventually I'm pretty sure that game will be. They'll try and take that game away from me too. But luckily, I did buy the GOG version, and I do have the actual just downloaded file on my computer. By the way, if you don't buy games off of GOG or any way to get a DRM free version of games, do yourself a favor. If you find a game that you like on Steam, go and do yourself a favor and buy it on GOG if it's available. Uh, that way you can have the download files just at your fingertips. In fact, I would suggest going download those onto a backup hard drive, an external hard drive, and just keep safe somewhere so that you'll always have something to throw in your computer in case we end up in a place where we're not allowed to play anything anymore. Oh, I don't know, man. These companies just going back, taking away our games, taking away our rights, taking away our actual ability to own physical copies, to sell, to trade, to lend over to a friend, and they're taking that all away. They're take that's what bothers me the most is that gaming was a very big social thing. I games have become a lot more uh do it yourself type thing. And that's fine. But gaming has always been social, has always been a social experience. It's always been, yo, bro, I went out, I played this fucking game, and, it was so cool. And then your buddy would be like, bro, I played that game like 3 weeks ago. It was the bomb. And like you get to have these discussions with people who've played the game with and experience these things with you and in a different way, and you get to learn and try and do other things. And it's just sad that that kind of thing is being taken away from us on a daily basis. Like Microsoft, fucking, or I don't know, bro. It all started with the crew, and honestly, it's all just been going downhill ever since like 2015, 2016. And it hasn't been looking good. I mean, don't get me wrong. I enjoy the games that I play today. I enjoy Pantheon, Rise of the Fallen. I enjoy um, Final Fantasy 14. I enjoy EverQuest 2 even to this day. I enjoy World of Warcraft whenever I do play it and I'm, in a PvP battle. Just out in the open world, getting hit from behind, people trying to kill me all the time. That kind of stuff, it makes me love the games that I'm playing at that current time. Uh, Minus the politics and everything being shoved in. Um, and I loved League of Legends when that was a big part of my life. I loved Smite when that was a big part of my life. Uh, I currently, despite despite the hate that this game gets, sorry about that. Currently love, despite the hate that this game gets, uh, is this game. Um, God damn it, what's the name of it? Off the top of my head, I can't think. Star Citizen on the Star Engine by Robert Space Industries. API denied? No. But anyway, Star Citizen. It's currently one of my go-to games whenever I just want to chill. Don't get me wrong, this game is very buggy and it's unfinished, but it's still a super fun game to hop into and just fly out in space. Oh, and there are games that I quit playing because of the recent events. There's games I got back into and regret getting back into because of recent events. But Magic the Gathering. I've always had a love for Magic the Gathering, especially back in 2012, 2014 era. That was when I was playing hardcore. And then I quit for a long time because a buddy of mine had passed away, and I would go visit him every chance I got to go play some Magic. Oh, me and two other guys would always go visit, and we would all just play Magic together. It was great. Um, but yeah, you know, even despite all the things I hate about current Magic, it still holds a special place in my heart. Um, I would hate to see these games just be taken away. Being told, "Oh, I can't play it anymore because it's too controversial, it's too naughty, because it had fucking bikini armor in it. It's too it's too verbally expressive, so you can't listen to the language in that video game. God, that would piss me off so much. Ugh. I don't know, man. I don't want any of these games to ever just go away. A lot of these have gone away. Depth Depth was a great game. I played that for a hot minute. It's still here, but it's a shell of its former self. Oh, Fear. God, Fear is such a good game. Fear 2 is Fear and Fear 2 are two of my favorite games that I've ever played. Final Fantasy 8, my favorite Final Fantasy. I still haven't finished Final Fantasy 9, but I did beat 7. I am in the middle of 16. I'm sorry. Yeah, 16. God, my brain. Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. That was a really cool game. Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of the Mimic. That was a pretty cool game. Haste. Oh, this game. This game is a fucking blessing. I don't know why, but I enjoy this game more than I ever expected to. Hollow Knight. I didn't care for it. Silk Song. Not a fan. Hogwarts Legacy. Really cool game. Loved it. Loved every minute of it. Haven't played Iron Lung. That is on my list to play. Killer Instinct. Own it. Never played it. Kingdoms of Amalur: Reckoning. One of the coolest games I've ever played. Little Witch No Better. It was the first Souls-like game I ever played. Long Live the Queen. A very cool strategy game. Very cool strategy RPG game. If you haven't heard of that, please go check it out. But anyway, I say all that to say, I really just don't want our freedoms to be taken away from us. Our freedom to enjoy Tomb Raider 1. Our freedom to enjoy the fucking the new Tomb Raiders that are, just not as good, but still pretty good. They're pretty fun to play. I mean, imagine logging on one day and you're like in the middle of a Soma playthrough, and then you get told, "Oh, you can't play this because it has controversial topics that aren't allowed to be discussed." That's not a world I want to live in, and I hope that's a world you don't want to live in. Anyway, I just wanted to say all that. Thanks for stopping by. Again, if you haven't played One Shot, do yourself a favor. It's such a good game. Anyway, I'll catch y'all later. Bye.